Welcome to Practice Every Day. I'm Nick. I'm here to practice with you. I'm developing a new course for beginner guitar, and so I thought I'd come back to basics, and that's practice. And one of the biggest obstacles to anybody learning a new instrument or a new skill is lack of attention to practicing. So even though it might seem a little boring, hopefully I can make this a little less boring for you, a little less boring for me, and we'll practice together and we'll get better. So this is my first video like this. Ideally these will be live streamed, so you can join in real time and practice with me. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. First things first, let's stretch our wrists a little bit just to get warmed up. Right? Thing, you just kind of want those wrists to be nice and loose. You don't want to get any irritation, especially over the long term. You don't want to develop carpal tunnel syndrome. You don't want to develop any problems that are going to keep you from playing, right? So I think we're okay. We've done a couple of spins, a couple of stretches. This is also a little bit later in the day for me. My hands have been active all day, so I'm not in terrible shape, but I think I'm ready to play now. Actually, I'm not, because the first thing we're going to do is tune. Playing a PRS, what is it? Angelus Student Edition. Beautiful guitar, really enjoy it, and it's acoustic electric. It also has a tuner built in right there, so that's what I'm going to use. I'll let it ring out on the proper note for a moment, so you can tune with me if you don't have a tuner. Of course, there's lots of tuners, there's lots of apps, there's lots of physical things you can buy. You can also do it without a tuner, you can do it by ear. So whatever you're most comfortable with, I'm going to use my built-in tuner here. So here we go, tuning. Flat. Sharp actually. Dead center. There's your D. It's your G. It's your B. And your high E. And two now. I'm starting off practicing D chords. D chords, why? Because I'm working with beginners and it can't hurt. It can't hurt. So of course D major is simplest one. Right? I'm also trying to work on keeping my thumb down and my fingers nice and curved. And let's just sound it note by note here. So what I'm doing now, I'm just arpeggiating the chord. I'm making sure that my fingers are in the right position. I'm trying to work on keeping my fingers nice and curved, and I'm placing the pressure with the tips of my fingers right on the fret, right behind that fret bar. So that's the easiest way to do it. I've got some heavier strings, they're brand new, and my hands are also a little out of shape. So this is a little annoying for me. All I'm doing there is the 4-3 suspension and the 2-3 suspension, or the 2-3 suspension. So sus2, sus4, and in root position, right? I'm going to try a little strumming. Strum. Here we go. On the 8th note, double time. Trying to play with different parts of the chord, hitting the bass, hitting the D, the open D, or maybe even the A, which is the 5. Let's try that a little more cleanly. Same strumming pattern, but I'm a little more careful about my bass notes. And so on the pickup to 1, I'm hitting the A and landing on the D right on the 1 note, right on the downbeat of the next measure. So that A D, that 5-1 launches us right back. Key skill for a rhythm guitarist is to be able to fill in some of those bass lines, especially if you're playing by yourself or if you're playing without a bass, if you're just accompanying a vocalist, things like that. So those are really important. We've only done D major. Let's talk about some other chords with D. So I really love D minor. Positioning is a little bit different on this one. You're going to bar. Well, you don't really need to bar. You press. I tend to bar the E string and the B string on the 1st fret, even though my 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string. It's just closer in formation to an F. A lot of times you're going from D minor to F or F to D minor, or they're related, so oftentimes they're together. So that's just something I do. I find it's a little more extra work to simply press down this one to make it D minor. So I usually just bar it. You tell me in the comments if you guys think that that's a good way to do it or not. I find that that's worked for me for years and years and years. D minor, as they say in Spinal Tap, the saddest of all keys, D minor. But it's a really handy chord, especially how close it is to the F. That's the relative major to D minor, right? So they're closely related. Same way that E minor and G are. Same way that A minor and C are, right? So let's talk about this D minor. We've got open D, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of your G string, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then 1st finger on the 1st fret, that F natural. That's what makes it minor. Going from the F sharp in D major to the F natural makes it minor, right? So we're going to do the same thing we did a moment ago. Just going to... And you can do the same. Oops. There we go. On the quarters. Down strums on the quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double time. And then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Double that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. really common rhythm in rock music. Ba, 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 ba. I'm doing that same thing. I'm hitting that on the pick up to 1. I'm hitting that A. The other great thing about barring on 1 is when if you just slightly lift up your fingers, that stops the chord, which is really nice. So you can do those sort of rhythmic stops with your left hand while your right hand is strumming freely, right? So that little flourish I'm adding, just lifting up my second finger there. Okay, we're about a few minutes in here. I'm going to put these into practice. I'm going to use these chords in a song. Start with D major. Let's see if I can do this one from memory. It's a Cat Stevens song, Where Do the Children Play? Alright, it's all coming back to me. Here's how that goes. You're playing the D. So all that is just you're hitting the D chord, you're dropping your second finger so that you can have that open E for the D sus2, and then you're hitting the B string. Pick the B string with your finger on the 3rd fret for that D natural. Ba, 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 ba. And so that ba kind of anticipates the downbeat there. Ba, da, ba, da, ba. And then we're playing a G6 here. So you leave your high E string open. I leave this pretty much like a 4-finger G chord, if you can see here. Pinky, yeah, only without the pinky, right? So I've got my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, same place it was for the D. I love that continuity. It means I don't have to move my hand so much. I've got a little pivot place with my ring finger. Play that whole thing out. Hit that G right on the downbeat. And then it just kind of twiddle around with the E and the B there. Or yeah, the E and the D rather, sorry. And it'll all come together. Before the chorus, there's that C, sort of walks down to an A7 and then back to D. I'll remember the chorus when we get there. Here we go. Where they roam roads over fresh green grass, with your lorry loads pumping petrol gas, where they them soft and you make them long, but it just go on and you feel that you can't get off. I guess it doesn't go to the A7 right before the chorus. Maybe it's a B7? No, it's not, but it does go to E minor at the beginning of the chorus. It goes like this. I know we come a long way out to A7. We changing day to day. Well, tell me, where do the children play? hope you enjoyed it. Few minutes of practice every day. That's the theory. That's the theory I'm working off of here, and I hope you enjoy it too. Join me again. We're going to practice. We're going to go through chords. We're going to put them into songs. We're going to work on technique, and we're going to do it a little bit every day. So if you're too tired, don't worry. I'm here for you. If you're feeling discouraged, it's okay. I was there too once. I remember picking up a guitar for the first time, not sounding the way I wanted to sound. And that's what practice is for. So join me again next time. And I think that's all I got. I'm going to leave you on some Cat Stevens. Lorry loads, pumping petrol gas, yeah. Well, you make them hard, and you make them tough, and they just go on and on, and you feel that you can't get off. I know you're coming on, yeah. You're changing day to day. Tell me where do the children play? Happy practicing, guys. See you on the next one.